It can be tough to make choices because there are so many variables to consider. A lot of uncertainty can make decisions harder than usual. One of the main problems associated with risk is that there might not be enough reliable information to make an informed decision. At times, it can be tempting to use the first piece of information you get, but questioning your sources and doing more research can help. People also get overwhelmed by information and can't decide anything at all. This is especially common with technology, since it connects us to updates about so many topics. Not being able to process what we're taking in can feel the same as not having enough information. As a result, we might rely on the most memorable details, even if they aren't accurate. Breaking decisions into smaller parts can make them less overwhelming. Setting clear goals and priorities can be useful too. When we don't know if we'll succeed, it's easy to be afraid of making the wrong choice, especially when some outcomes would be bad. This fear can stop people from making a decision or make them second guess themselves later. Sometimes people are so afraid of failing that they allow others to make their choices and do what their peers or coworkers do. It's helpful to manage your emotions. Taking breaks and doing things that make you feel good can reduce stress and make it easier to think clearly. To make good choices, you need to accept that things are uncertain and focus on what you can control. You can also overcome the fear of failure with professional help, such as mentorship. If you do end up using faulty logic or making the wrong choice, there may be some negative outcomes, depending on the situation. It's common to feel regret or guilt afterward, and some people face long-term consequences. Regardless, it's important to remember that making mistakes is a natural part of the decision-making process. Learning to be comfortable with mistakes and overcoming them can help you use better judgment in the future. You've completed the psychology of risk. You understand how the human mind tends to perceive risk. You now know the difference between perceived risk and actual risk. We've discussed ways to assess risk as part of the decision-making process. You can recognize how emotions influence decision-making. We've also discussed how making decisions in situations of uncertainty can be challenging, and individuals may rely on biases to simplify the decision-making process.